Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm just so glad we can be together this evening. I'm grateful this evening for technology, for allowing me to be with all of you as we celebrate Shabbat from my home. So thank you for your patience and thank you for joining us this evening. We are going to welcome Shabbat, of course, with prayer and song and joy, because that is our responsibility as Jews. But I just want to acknowledge that it has been a very tough week here in the U.S. It's been a tough week to be a person who's able to get pregnant or not. And I want to acknowledge that this is a really hard, challenging subject that brings out a lot in all of us. And on Tuesday is our Lunch and Learn for the month of May. We're going to talk about Judaism and abortion. But what I want to say is, you matter. You matter. There is nothing else to say, but you are loved, and together we will move through this process. We're going to begin our service this evening with I have my Siddur here. I hope you have your Siddur there, with Hine Ma Tov, which is on page 4. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. 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 How good it is, how sweet, how pleasant for people to dwell together in unity, to be one. We're going to continue now with HaAtzmaut, which you will find on page 6. I'm really actually feeling very called to do Yedid Nefesh, so that's where we're going to go. Yedid Nefesh, the top of page 7. Yedid Nefesh av harachaman misoch avdecha aretzoncha yarutz avdecha kemo haya yishtachaveh el muchadarecha yarav lo didotecha mifnotu bechotam yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai dai yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai dai yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 Yedid nefesh av harachaman mishoch avdecha el retzonecha. You know, God has 72 names. And in this prayer in Yedid Nefesh, God is called Av Harachaman, which means parent or source of Rahman. He may have heard Rahmanas, of mercy. God of mercy. Yedid Nefesh, God. Yedid means like dear one or beloved. Beloved soul, source of mercy, draw us into your arms. We are going to continue with the candle lighting. I believe I have oh, no, okay. If you've got candles nearby and you'd like to light them, I'm going to invite you to get yourself set up while I go grab my lighter. Be right back. Come on, buddy. Come on, Elu. Come on. Okay. Thank you for your patience. I'm going to light candles right over here. We're on page 9. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. We continue singing and welcoming Shabbat with Lechuna Ranana, which is on page 11. Lechuna Ranana l'Adonai, Nariya litzor yishenu. Lechuna Ranana l'Adonai, Nariya litzor yishenu. Nikama fana v'toda bizmiro nariya lo. Nikadma fana v'toda bizmiro nariya lo. Lechuna Adonai l'Adonai nariya litzor yishenu. Lechuna Adonai l'Adonai nariya litzor yishenu. Nikadma fana v'toda bizmiro nariya lo. Nikadma fana v'toda bizmiro nariya lo. Ki el godel Adonai umelech gadol al ko Elohim. Ki El Gadol Adonai Umelech Gadol Al Kol Elohim L'chuner Adonai L'Adonai Nariya Litzor Yishenu L'chuner Adonai L'Adonai Nariya Litzor Yishenu Nekama vana v'toda b'zmiro nariyalo. Nekama vana v'toda b'zmiro nariyalo. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai Shir Chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai Shir Chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai Shir Chadash. We continue welcoming Shabbat with Lechado D, which you will find on page 14. Lechado D, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavla. Lechado D, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavla. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmianu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'litchila. Lechado di, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavla. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor havracha. Merosh mikadam nasucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavat chila. Lechado di, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavla. Hitoreri, ki va'orech kumiori. Uri, shir daveri, kevod Adonai alayich nila. Lechado di, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavla. We rise and welcome the Shabbat bride into our midst. Shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'b'sola, toch emunei am sayula, boi chala, lechado di, likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabla. We continue now with the HaZikaron, which you will find on page 17. Yitkazal v'kadash shemei Rabba Ba'almadi v'rach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uv'yamechon uv'chayetzachol b'Yisrael Ba'agala uv'izman kariv Ve'imeru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Alal Me'omaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yinaseh V'yitazar v'yitalel Shemei Dekudusha B'richu Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Za'amiran be'alma ve'imeru Amen. Please rise if you are doing so as we continue with the Baruch Hu, which is on 18. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. We are going to continue on the top of page 20. Somewhere at the fringes of night, the shadows of darkness soften, and earth comes alive with fresh, bright hope. And earth comes alive with hints of light, and my heart fills with fresh, bright hope, and the world stirs to give birth to color. Colors are secrets not seen in the dark, like the promise of God when darkness is visible. Creator, you who bring dawn from the darkness, break the used goblets of my yesterdays. Let me find wisdom in the shards and grow in knowledge of your eternal presence. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Almighty One, who makes the evenings fall. Amen. Ahavat olam b'Yisrael Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Hukim u'mishpatim Otanu lemadata Al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shachbeinu uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach v'divrei Toratecha uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki chem chayenu ve'orach yameinu uvahem nerge yomam v'layla יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. אוהב עמו ישראל. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Le'olam, Le'olam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We are going to continue with Micha Mocha, which you will find on page 25. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, רוקי הים לבני משה. זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך, לעולם ועד. ונאמר כבוד אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, שאל ישראל. We're going to pray together in English in the middle of page 26. Help us to lie down, Adonai our God, in peace, and let us rise again, our sovereign, to life. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Decree for us a worthy daily lot, and redeem us for the sake of your great name. Truly a sovereign, gracious, and compassionate God are you. Guard our going forth each day for life and peace now and always. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who spreads your canopy of peace over all your people Israel and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Turn now to page 50. Dear God, open the blocked passageways to you, the congealed places. Roll away the heavy stone from the well, as your servant Jacob did when he beheld his beloved Rachel. Help us open the doors of trust that have been jammed shut with hurt and rejection. As you open the blossoms in spring, even as you open the heavens in storm, open us to feel your great, awesome, wonderful presence. Adonai, Ananana sfatai tiftach, Ananana ufi yagid tehilatecha, Ananana Adonai. Ananana sfatai tiftach, Ananana ufi yagid tehilatecha, Ananana Adonai. Ananana sfatai tiftach, Ananana ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, B'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo V'Ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Abraham, Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Nofim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melech, Melech Memit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom ya'alucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. I'll invite you now to continue praying silently. You can use the words on the next several pages, the words of your heart. You can stand, you can sit, and then we'll join back together in a few moments. Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel V'yimeru Amen V'yimeru Amen V'yimeru Amen V'yimeru Amen. Well, this evening, my friends, we mark the week of Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut, the Israel's Memorial Day, and then Independence Day follows right into it. Also, this week in Israel, there was a terrorist attack where people who were celebrating Yom HaAtzmaut were killed. And then we had all the stuff going on here in this country, and it's been a big week for us. I'd like to start by telling you a story. So, when I was living in Israel, I have a complicated relationship with the state of Israel, as I think all of us do. And I'm so grateful I got a year to spend there learning from everybody I could possibly learn from in order to sort of understand or try to understand what was happening. And I deeply believe in the depths of my soul in the ability, in Israel's ability to be the country that I think that it can be. So Yom HaAtzmaut was complicated. And the way that the day works, the 2 days, the Yomi, the Yomayim, the Yoms, Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut work is that Yom HaZikaron is this beautiful, solemn day where they do a memorial. And the thing about living in Israel, of course, is that people everywhere, everyone has known somebody who's killed. Unlike our Memorial Day, which is sort of more like a kickoff to summer, Memorial Day in Israel is really a very somber day because everybody knows somebody and everybody's mourning somebody. And the day is quiet, and I'm sure you've seen the videos. The siren goes off and everybody stops and they get out of their cars on the highways and they just stop and they're quiet. And that silence is really, it's a silence that I'd never heard before until I experienced it that day. The silence, and in the silence was pain and suffering and loss and heartache, heartbrokenness. And then the day sort of escalates, and by the evening there are these outdoor parties happening, and it is a reminder that it is what I continue to say, that we often hold so many truths at once. The sadness and the reality of losing somebody in order that the state of Israel continues to exist. It's complicated. But that evening, after I sort of experienced that day of memorial, my friends and I sort of decided just to wander around and see what there was to see. And we came upon like 8 or 9 dance parties in the street. And as you all know, I, of course, joined in. We were first-year rabbinical students sort of trying to understand the world and what it meant to be in Israel as a rabbi. And there we were dancing, surrounded by people. And, we talk about like Israeli dancing. This was like music and people were dancing in the streets. And that was a lot of joy. And then we have to hold those things together. A day of sadness and a day of joy. So as I was looking at the Parsha this week, which is Kedoshim, I was thinking about this because Kedoshim means holiness or holies, holy ones. And it starts with this part, Kedoshim Tehiyu Ki Kadosh Ani Adonai. Kedoshim Tehiyu, y'all shall be a holy people, because I am a holy God. I am God, I am your God, and I am holy. Ki Kadosh Ani Adonai, because I, the eternal your God, am holy. It's a better translation. It's not just talking about like the people God is addressing, like to the priests, but everybody. You are a holy people. And I guess what I've been thinking about a lot is like, what does that mean to be a holy people? It means to treat people well, or does it? It means, like, the word kadosh, holy, also can mean separate. And is it to be separated from others, different than them somehow? I don't think that's it. Ki kadosh ani Adonai, because I, your God, am holy. And there it is. Kedoshim Tehiyu, you all are a holy people. You are holy. You are a holy person, because I am your God. I am holy. So where's the jump? The jump is we are each a part of that holy God, and that holy God is within each of us. Kedoshim Tehiyu, you shall be holy. Part of, I think, holiness is accepting our real humanity. Understanding that we can hold joy and sorrow in the same breath, like we do on Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut. Understanding that some of the things in this same Torah portion are truly abhorrent, and wrestling with every single word. Holding on to the belief of religious freedom while it's being attacked. Holding on to hope in the face of something so big that feels overwhelming. Kedoshim Tehiyu, you are a holy people, not you shall be a holy people. You are holy because you are God. You are a reflection of the divine. God is within and without and around you. You shall be holy because I, your God, am holy. I'm so grateful for that message, especially on a week like this. I'm holding a lot of pain around what's going on with all this, with the Supreme Court right now. And if you are holding some of that pain too, I'll invite you again to come on Monday on Tuesday if you're able to come to Lunch and Learn. And if not, make an appointment and let's schedule another time to talk. Because the reality of the situation is that you are holy. Each of us is created in the image of God, and that alone makes us holy. Our humanity is what makes us a holy people. Not because you are it's not your relationship to anybody else. Because you exist, you are holy. God said so. That struggle, that's holiness. The ability and willingness not to give up on the words, but instead to wrestle with them. To tell them, back off, that's not for me. To wrestle with God, to ask questions. That makes us a holy people. Kedoshim Tehiyu, you will be holy. As we continue in our service, our thoughts now turn to those who are in need of healing of body and of mind and of spirit. We think this evening of Mickey Berg, Arlene Shaw, Shay Bukema, Joan Firestone, Steve and Sharon Burns, Mike Ingber, Barbara Saul, Suzanne Kovacs, Doreen Billett, Judy Klein, and Fran Olney. I'll invite you now, if you are watching on Zoom, to share the names of the people who you are thinking of this evening who are in need of healing out loud. If you're watching in another way and you have the ability to say those names aloud in your space, I invite you to do so. Words are holy, and they have power. Please share those names. We join together. Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Okay. I have a few things to share with you before we conclude our service this evening. Camp Tikva 2022 registration is open at shirtikva.org. Don't miss out on the fabulous weekend on the shores of Lake Huron with your Shir Tikva family. See the May Schreier for details. Next Friday, May 13th at 7:15 is our very special Shabbat service to say farewell to one of our principal founders and founding families, the Spitzers. There has never been and would not be a Shir Tikva without them. Let's send them on this new adventure with love and gratitude from our Shir Tikva family. Recycle your broken and unwanted crayons at CST while supporting a family ed student's mitzvah project. All crayons will be made into new crayons. Help us keep this petroleum product out of the landfills and bring joy to kids at the same time. A drop-off bin for crayons is available in the vestibule. Some people say crayon, but I say crayon. I'm from the Midwest. I don't know what to tell you. CST Can. Help raise funds for CST and recycle cans and bottles for Earth Day. Redeem your home bottle returns and donate the funds to CST. See the e-blast for details. Have you been joining us either virtually or in person for Shabbat services and interested in membership? Please contact our executive director, Lorelei Berg, at info@shirtikva.org with questions or to learn more. Also, not on this list is our Tuesday Lunch and Learn. It'll be Tuesday at noon, and it will be virtual. The topic is Judaism and abortion. So please join us for that if you're able. Our last day of Family Ed is the 15th, which is a week from Sunday. And that's all the announcements I have. Okay. We are going to continue now with Aleinu, which you will find on page 74. I will invite you to rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כלי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו ככם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. The Kaddish is not a prayer for the dead. It is a prayer for the living. It does not mention death. It mentions only life and the author of life. As we pray the Kaddish, we recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in the past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we affirm the goodness of life. This week, our hearts go out to Pamela Knapp and Daniel, Trevor, Caleb, and Zachary Zendel on the passing of Pamela's father, James Knapp. We are in a period of Shloshim for Arya Weiniger, brother-in-law of Arlene Shaw, Dr. Eugene Morong, mother of Carol Pastor, and Sandra Johnson, mother of Kim Howson, mother-in-law of Sarah Howson, and grandmother of Maya Howson. This week, we also recall the yardside, the anniversary of the passing of Betty Taylor, mother of Mark Taylor, Josephine Hecker, mother of David Hecker, Joseph Deitch, father of Bev Deitch, Leslie Silverman, husband of Elaine Silverman, father of Fred and Cindy Silverman, Benno Newman, father of Pam Spitzer, Hedwig Koski Weiner, mother of Richard Koski, Harry Platt, father of Phyllis Wenig, Ruth Van Gordon, mother of Nancy Gross, Lena Faso, mother of Mary Jane Faso, and Marvin Liebson, father of Michael Liebson. If there's anybody else who you are thinking of this evening whose name you would like to share, I invite you to do so now as we join together. We are on page 78. I invite you to rise. Yikadal v'kadash shemei rabbah. Be'alma divarach yeruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lomei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramad v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei l'kudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'olma v'yimru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Usay shalom b'ramav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace bring peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved here and everywhere, to which we say, Amen. Ose shalom bimrama, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. We are going to conclude this evening with Olam Chesed Yibaneh, which you will find if you go backwards a few pages on 75. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai, Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai, Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai, Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai. I will build this world from love, Yadadai, Yadadai. And you will build this world from love, Yadadai, Yadadai. And if we build this world from love, Yadadai, Yadadai, then God will build this world from love, Yadadai, Yadadai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai. My friends, my Shabbat prayer for us is that we take this time to rest and reflect, enjoy some beautiful weather, hopefully, and then get back to work. That we are able to take the rest that we build up with us on Shabbat into the week ahead. That we remember always that we are each very holy, made up of the divine, of the divine, of the divine. Shabbat shalom, everybody.